everyone, welcome back to another Girlfriends Chit Chat. Of course, as always, here on this platform, we talk about life, business, and trust me, everything in between. We are so excited about tonight's show. We have an amazing woman that's with us this evening, Miss Carrie
Hey,
Evans.
you guys.
We are so excited about this in-depth conversation we're gonna have with her tonight, so you can get to know her a little bit more. So, Carrie, tell everybody about you.
I am Carrie Evans. I am the owner of A&D Bell Bonding, Purpose Prosperity LLC, and Studio Glamour Hair Salon and Restoration Center. And I help women entrepreneurs go from living a life of restriction, poverty, and unfulfillment to living a limitless life of purpose, balance, and prosperity.
Good Lord, woman.
I heard serial entrepreneur is what I heard. I heard CEO.
Look, everything. Now, tell us a little bit about your hair restoration. What is that?
Studio Glamour Hair Restoration is a restoration center where we bring out the natural beauty in all women because a lot of times women have so many things going on with their hair, and it stems from what we're doing internally, what we're eating, our hormones, the things that we go through as women. So in my restoration clinic, we take an overall approach to your hair restoration, starting from the inside, making sure that your body is balanced, making sure that your stress level is down. Because whenever our pH is off in our bodies, it wreaks havoc on everything else, which the body cannot say, okay, I'm not feeling well. So the first sign of that is you're going to start losing your hair, and that's your body's way of telling you that you have an issue that you need to pay just a little bit more attention to.
Wow.
That is good information because, baby, I was going through this thing early part of this year and I was like, this ain't right.
Yeah.
So, wow, your pH being off,
Mm-hmm.
hair loss is an indication.
Because stress is the number one cause of all diseases anyway. And see, with me being passionate about trichology, it led me to becoming a naturopathic practitioner, which a naturopathic practitioner studies the body and how it should function. And everything simple as how we're chewing our food plays a factor in how our food is being digested. Because there are several, when your body is stressed, everything is all out of line. So it does not function like it should. And whenever we go to the doctor, they don't necessarily perform a pH test to make sure your body is balanced. So you have to ask for those extra tests. And if we're not eating like we should and our food consumption isn't where it should be, we're lacking major vitamins and minerals that our body needs to produce hair. So when your body is deficient in vitamins and minerals, what your body is going to do is take the vitamins and minerals that you do consume and give it to those major organs that your body needs.
Wow.
So, what are those minerals?
I
need to see about the
We need some of the minerals.
It can be several things. It can be zinc. It could be I'm trying to think of another one. Zinc, and it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of a bunch of other ones.
Vitamin D, A, K.
No, those are not minerals.
But you said vitamins too.
Yeah,
What
you
are
can
the
use
minerals?
vitamins.
So when you say minerals and you say zinc, what does zinc have that vitamin D or vitamin E wouldn't have?
All of them play a major part in the production of hair. And a lot of the vitamins and minerals that our body needs, we don't consume all of them with food. So that's why it's important that you supplement. That's why, because some of the vitamins and minerals that your body needs is in the food and a lot of it is not. Now, zinc, zinc, niacin, all of these vitamins and minerals, some of them are in foods and some of them are not.
Okay,
So whenever we do on a day-to-day basis, that's why it's important for us to make sure that we are supplementing.
Because I don't know. I mean, I do want because we were talking. I was talking to someone the other day. They were saying, I said I take vitamins, but I found out my girlfriend was saying that she has shrunk in height. For example, so she was 6. She said she was 6'2", and now she's 6 feet. She lost 2 inches. So her bone deficiency, but she needed to take vitamin D because you don't get vitamin D in your food like you were saying. So you have to supplement for other things. And I was like, wow.
And then another thing with women, we have so many hormonal issues and we have so many other issues going on in our body that we don't pay attention to everything that we should.
That's true.
And then with hormonal imbalance that we have after having children. All of that plays a factor in hair loss and hair restoration.
Wow.
So whenever we're taking in vitamins and minerals, if it is in fact a tablet or I would say a tablet, that doesn't necessarily mean that your body is going to break that tablet down.
It's not absorbed.
Depending on how your digestive system works and the enzymes and that thing in your body, that tablet may come out exactly like it was when you swallowed it.
Oh man.
So
But that just shows you're not educated.
Yeah.
You're not being educated. I mean,
That's the truth.
I never knew that. I never knew that if I
so
take something, it's not.
It
It's
just
not breaking
depends on
down.
certain types. Now, that doesn't go for all of the people.
Right,
It's just certain
right.
ones. But it's important that we know how to, pay attention to our bodies, and not only that. If anybody is on any type of medication, you know how they tell us when we were younger, as soon as you start taking one type of medication, then everything else goes wrong in your body.
Yes,
That's because certain pharmaceutical medicines deplete your body of the vitamins and minerals that you need. So if you're not turning around to supplement what has been taken out of your body from the pharmaceutical medicine, then that's when this comes up, that comes up, this comes up. That's why it seems like when you go for one thing, everything else goes wrong. Right.
Yeah.
God,
Right.
where's the collection plate?
Right.
Because you don't realize it. You just safely assume that, if I'm taking this medication, I'm getting a benefit, but I don't realize I'm losing something in the process of taking it.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I never really thought about it. But then again, y'all, we have to think about it. There isn't like the disclaimer they always say, you can get this symptoms come from this medicine.
Right.
You can have this problem from taking, everything.
Death,
Right.
heart attack.
All of these things.
And then we look at the medication like,
I don't want to take
yeah,
that.
I even sometimes call my sister that's a pharmacist and say, hey sis, do you think I should take this?
Yeah, that's good.
But I learned one thing my sister says is that doctors don't know medication. That's why they do pharmacy consults. Because you know what you're taking, but at the same time I gotta consult because I don't know if I want to take this medication with all these side effects. So like you said,
You gotta
Doctors, they the
supplement.
middleman.
jeez,
But
So-
see, they're not gonna change it because it's $1 billion industry.
that's true.
You know?
That's
I
true.
like to say it a different way, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Yes.
But $1 billion industry.
You better know
When
it.
they say big pharma,
They be big pharma.
So when you began to tell us what you do, naturopathic practitioner didn't come out at first,
Oh no.
but it slid out on an accident, right?
Because with hair loss, it's so much bigger than what meets the natural eye. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I have this magic oil that's gonna make your hair grow. When in all actuality, I know it starts from the inside and then works its way out. So that's why I just say trichologist at first and then just work my way out.
Trichologist. So for our viewers, because a lot of people may not understand trichology, right? Help them understand what that really means.
A trichologist basically is a person who studies the hair loss and scalp disorders. Now we do go over the body as well as nutrition and what needs to be consumed through our diet. We basically just take the extra knowledge, we take the extra step to learn the human body, the hair, how it's produced, hair loss and scalp disorders. Because a lot of the scalp disorders, the reason that you're experiencing dandruff may be low vitamin E. See, everything is about what you're eating. That's why they said you are
What you eat.
Right.
Right.
It's important that we are paying attention to our diet because it plays such a major role in how our body function and how we
That's true.
move and thrive in life. So
That's true.
that's what a trichologist is, and we've just taken the extra time to study and focus on that.
Now watch how I pull this together, okay? So, if we eating right, then what's happening with our hair is going right. But not only with our hair, with our body.
Right.
Which means that you can go catch these people you gotta catch and the bail bonds come because
Right.
your body in the right place.
Right, and that includes going to the gym, ladies. You don't have to try to have a Kim Kardashian body. You can just go to the gym, because once you go to the gym, it gets your blood flowing, and your lymphatic system is not gonna pump on its own. You got to get it going. So it's being physically fit, just in case I have to go run them down.
Listen, that is so good, right?
I mean, look, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I never even know that existed. I mean, you know, where you're learning more about the hair, the follicles. What I could be doing internally can have a reflection on how my hair grows.
Right, seriously.
And I mean, like you said, you are what you eat. So if you take care of the body like you should, then everything else will follow suit. That's what people say, oh, you drink more water, your skin clears up. You have clear skin because you're ingesting more water. But a lot of people don't like drinking water.
Right.
You know, and so, but you have to realize there are things you can do and take that will help in those areas of concern.
Water consumption is very, very vital, because
Your
that's what
body
your
is 90%
cells need.
water.
Yeah, and your cells need that to continue to function. So
that means there's no substitute for water. Just
that
drink
you
the water.
have to drink the water. You have to drink the water.
Drink
You
the
have to
water,
use
girl.
Drink it.
Drink the water, right?
Drink the water.
But I think that's amazing, because I think a lot of women who have hair loss think, oh, my hair's falling out because my mama's hair fell out. Or, you know, it's hereditary. And instead of assuming that's the case, you need to consult someone and find out if it's what you're doing could be causing a problem that you've had for years.
Oh, that's good. Because then I got a question. Is alopecia affected by that, or is alopecia something that is hereditary? If I could say that, because honestly, I think that things are not like necessarily hereditary. It's like you said, what we're doing, right? But you find that it looks generational because you're doing what who came before you was doing,
right?
Basically.
Gotcha.
So, but when it comes to alopecia, I mean, I know the smack heard around the world was behind alopecia. So when it comes to alopecia, is that, or can that be a result from what we're putting in our bodies?
Alopecia, depending on the type of alopecia. Alopecia is just a technical term, or the medical term for hair loss. But there are several different types of alopecia.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there are several different types of alopecia you can have, and that's why it's important to get a consultation. Because during the consultation,
I didn't know that.
During the consultation, like, we ask a lot of questions, because some forms of alopecia are hereditary. And the reason that they say they're hereditary is because, you know, we all have testosterone in our body. But when it mixes with a chemical that's called alpha-5 reductase, whenever that mixes together, it creates this substance called DHT. And that's where you get female and male pattern baldness, and that's when you start to see the hair coming out in the top. Now, they say that is hereditary.
Okay.
But there are ways that you can prevent the hair fall, as fast as somebody who previously came before you. And then you may have alopecia areata, where that is in different spots. That stems from stress, imbalance in your body. That's why all of that is important. So,
is reversible?
Alopecia areata is. Now, in some cases, female male pattern baldness is not. But what you could do is you can take preventive measures to keep it from falling completely out, catching it before it gets too bad. Now, you have another form of hair loss, which is scarring alopecia, and that's what a lot of African American women have because of the chemicals, the relaxers that we have been putting in our hair. And what happens is, once that hair follicle turns to scar tissue, it does not regrow back in most cases. So something as simple as the proper technique whenever we're getting relaxers. That's why they say you shouldn't do relaxers at home. So it's all of these things play a major factor in what a trichologist does.
Okay.
And and I know you see a lot of people nowadays saying that they can give you oil or something to make your hair grow back. That is a topical solution in most cases, but if you're not doing the right thing internally, once it comes out, there is no guarantee that it's gonna stay.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So who feels like I gotta go eat right.
I mean, I'm just saying that because, you know, it helps you become more, because I was under the assumption all these years that there was just alopecia. There was nothing else, you know, really in between. There was no question of what it was, how it looked. I just thought it was just alopecia, nothing else. But now I'm understanding that there's different types of alopecia. So everybody needs to understand that there's different types of alopecia that you probably didn't even know about. So now, if you don't know about that, then now the question is, what else do you not know?
Okay, good question.
That is a good question, because like for me, like some of the women in my family, and they have experienced alopecia. Y'all, I ain't gonna tell a lie. I be in the house like, Father God, I just ask that you allow me to keep my hair.
Because that is detrimental for a lot of people. Because I mean, I see a lot of people that come into the salon and they boo-hoo cry. So I do a lot of crying because you know that is a woman's crown and glory.
Yes.
And we deal with it. You know, some women, I've been in this for a long time, and some women are so insecure about it. They won't let their husband see them without a wig or without extensions.
Oh.
It's that deep.
Yeah.
It's really that deep to the point to where they feel like, I don't have my hair, I'm not nothing. So it's my job as a trichologist to get them back on the right track while boosting their self-esteem. So,
Wow. So now you said boosting their self-esteem. So what does it look like for you when you have to, because basically this is like hair psychology, right?
Yes,
right.
This is like putting, because I'm gonna tell you, God forbid if it was me and I'm sitting there with you, I'm there for a long time.
Yeah.
We might have to spend a night, because I'm one of those people where I'm funny. I won't cut my hair too fast. I'm like, my hair for real is my glory. It shouldn't be. I'm gonna get it together. But what is that like for you in terms of how do you detox from that?
To be honest with you, I say a prayer. I pray for all of my people because this is a vulnerable place for them. So whenever they come to me, depending on where my spirit is, if I don't have myself intact, if I don't take the moment to get my mental right and get my physical and take the proper vitamins and minerals and get myself together, then I know I'm gonna always be in a place of vulnerability and sadness because of the type of work that I do.
Right.
So I just have to make sure that I keep myself prayed up. I have to eat right. I have to make sure that I am showing them by example what could be done, because not only have I become educated in this field, I've experienced hair loss after the birth of my children, which was hormonal alopecia. So I'm not just here standing in front of you saying, oh, I know all of this, because I went to school for it.
Right.
I can speak from a place of experience. I know what it feels like to not want your husband to see your hair. I know what it feels like to not want to go out and put clothes on because your hair just ain't right. I know what it feels like. So I just come from a place of authenticity. You know, I'm not gonna promise you you're gonna get hair in 6 months. I'm not gonna promise you I'm gonna give you this oil and it's gonna happen overnight. Now this is a process, because there was a process to losing hair. There is a process to restoring hair. So I just take the overall approach, be honest and upfront, and just make sure I stay prayed up.
That's good.
That's good. I'm gonna say I want to sit in your chair. Yes.
And you can.
You want.
You get right in this chair.
Right.
But that's a good feeling, is that when you go to your stylist, you know that they're not just loving on, oh, I want to make money and just give you your hair or stay here. They're actually wanting to help you. But education is first.
It is.
And understand that when they look at your scalp, they say, okay, you haven't been doing this. This is what you need to do. This is what we need to work towards. It's good to get that kind of information, because I never thought about that. Going to the salon. I just thought going to get my hair done. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And if you ever come into my place of business, it's real cool. Like, not only do I tell you about hair loss, I actually have this big old like microscope to where I can look down into your scalp and you can see the hair follicle, you can see the dandruff, you can see gray hair. Like, it's cool. It's really, really cool. You gotta check it out.
Look, that's it.
It's cool.
See, that's when you know. That's when you know someone loves what they do, y'all. See, this is what you know. You want to be connected with somebody that loves what they do. They're just not trying to say, hey, just come get your hair done. They're trying to provide an honest service, and that's a service. And I'll be honest with you, I just thought I was just going to get my hair done, you know.
And some cases you can. In some
I mean, you can
cases
develop a relationship with your stylist, of course.
That's like therapy session number 2 for me. When I show up in the stylist chair, we have real live conversations.
That's true. She's
She's very particular about like this couldn't happen right away. I've been building up to
the red.
the red, right? And then like, of course, it has to be managed, because if it ain't managed, then I'm gonna be in your chair, right?
With the microscope.
Looking down, she's like, girl, I see red.
When I tell y'all, it's really, really cool. Like, you can look, I can take it and look at one piece of hair, and I can tell if you have heat damage. I can tell if you have what they classify as hair bubbles. I can see if the breakage is due to a hair disorder, because not only does your scalp have disorders, your hair has disorders too, from lack of sulfur and all of that stuff. So when I say I am passionate about trichology, I like it because I'm actually teaching you about your body and possibly preventing a lifelong illness by having you come into my salon. I'm going to check your pH. I'm going to check your blood pressure. And if it's not right, I'm going to send you to the doctor, and I'm going to tell you what to ask for. Because a lot of times whenever we go to the doctor, we're not asking the right questions.
That's true.
We're just going based on, this wrong, they told me I had to come in here. So whatever they tell you, you go and you just, okay, this is what the doctor said. But you're not asking the right questions.
Right.
Like, African Americans, we don't quite eat like we should, and I'm guilty. And so we have high blood pressure and diabetes are the number one thing that we really, really deal with. But whenever we go to the doctor and we get these pharmaceutical medicines, they're not telling you, whenever you take this specific medicine, your body is going to be deficient in magnesium. So you need to supplement. That's why most times when somebody has high blood pressure, 9 out of 10 times, they have diabetes.
Wow.
Because one of them depletes the other of magnesium. So that's why it's important to supplement. And see, I get to be the one in the middle that be like, look, your body need this. Go back and ask your doctor about this. And he be like, oh yeah, you can use that. But that's not something that they're going to recommend to you.
That's true.
Because they need you on the dope.
Yeah.
It's a
pharmaceutical is $1 billion business.
Okay.
So they gonna recommend what they want to recommend for you to take. But it's good to know that I have someone actually breaking down my hair, letting me know I could be at fault for the damage I'm causing to my hair. And understand that maybe I need to stop doing certain things, or I need to implement other things. So that is super helpful. Like, dang.
Like, is there I wanted to say recommended, but is there like a base diet, or like, what are some things? Maybe name some foods, right, that you could eat that's gonna help hair.
You can eat eggs. Eggs is a good source of protein.
Get my eggs.
Get my
You
eggs.
can do spinach. You can do any type of greenery. Let me see what else right on top of my head. Peanuts. Peanuts are good. Nuts, anything like that. Lean meat, because the hair needs protein in order to build. Because hair is just dead cells. So in order to get that, you need the protein. Hair is made up of protein, and you get that by food consumption. So eggs, lean meat,
Green vegetables.
nuts, all of those things.
It was some nuts in my ice cream cone yesterday. Does that count?
That was ice cream.
That's good. She tried to slide it in, y'all. She gonna try to slide the nuts in with the butter pecan ice cream.
Ice cream.
Listen,
That's my
you
favorite
don't-
ice cream.
My little ice
She
cream.
said she got a nuts. That's what she's trying to account for.
Listen, I have my nuts.
But it really is just, paying attention to what we eat is really about self-love. And once you really, really understand how your body functions, what it needs, you'll be able to be a little bit more conscious about everything that we do. Because as women and as women entrepreneurs, or just women in general, we have a certain purpose on this life, whether that's to be a parent, to be a good sister, to be a daughter, to take care of your older parents. But in order for us to fully walk in our purpose and do exactly what it is needed for us to do, we need to be eating properly. Because if we are going to be leaving early because of what we're not eating, then we're not going to be able to maximize our purpose in its full capacity and be there for who we were supposed to be there for, because we're not eating properly. So when I tell you I do this, I
do this.
You do this.
Yeah.
She doing this, y'all.
Carrie, are you in Charlotte?
I am. I just moved
Look
my
at-
salon.
I'm asking because
I just moved my salon from Rock Hill to Charlotte. I'm over there.
She was in Rocky and she
and
lived.
my mom, she's looking for you. Was in Rock Hill. My mom's in Rock Hill.
Yeah, I've been in Rock
And
Hill.
so she's trying to avoid like thinning and stuff because clearly the hair thing is that's hereditary for us. Like me and my mom, we be like, we got to keep the hair. And so now, like, I can't wait to go back and share this because now, what part of Charlotte you in?
I'm on South Charlotte, down in the Rivergate Parkway area. Yeah, that's South.
In Rivergate
South
where?
I'm over there inside the solar, and I was.
Shut now.
Yeah.
Solar.
Yes, listen, that's where I am, and you probably never see me. Let me tell you why. Because I do everything privately. Even when I had a big location in Rock Hill, all of my clients are one-on-one. And if you decided that they wanted to come and get in the salon with me, you don't have to worry about other women making you feel insecure because everybody in here is dealing with the same issue. We have the same hurt. We have the same everything. So this one may be married. This one may have been in a long relationship. And both of y'all can communicate and what worked for you. You know, it's like really, really a therapy session. So now that I am in a salon, a solar salon, what I do is everything is closed off. When you come in, the doors are closed, doors are locked. So can't nobody just walk in. The doors are locked, the windows are completely closed. And that's your private time with me to tell me what your issues are. If you need to cry, we're gonna cry. Whatever you need to tell me, that's what we're gonna deal with. And we're gonna come up with a solution for your issue.
That's what I'm talking about.
That
So
is
the
so
great,
good.
I think that's amazing. Now tell everybody, how can they, number one, okay, we got to the fight, but we need to let everybody know how they can find you, where you're located, and then let people how they can connect with you on social media. How can they find you? Schedule an appointment, because I'm going to tell you, girl, hey.
Well, I am Carrie Evans. You can find me on Facebook, Carrie Hair Dr. K Evans. And I am on Instagram at I am Hair Dr. K. Just make sure you put that in. I am Hair Dr. K. And I am located here in Charlotte, North Carolina, over there in Rivergate Parkway, Suite 132. Make sure y'all come and see me. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
You going to like this. I believe it. You're going to
And
like
I
it.
can't wait to see
Because
you.
I done learned something new today. I'm telling you, y'all, you learn something new every day.
Now you know how to keep your hair.
Yeah, know what to
Right.
eat. Yeah, so you know,
And keep that body intact now.
like you say, y'all, you are what you
That's
eat.
good.
Definitely. That's amazing. But definitely you definitely want to connect with Carrie, definitely to learn more about hair restoration, how to keep your hair, what to do, what you're not doing, so you can get the help you need. But it's always, good things always have to come to a bitter end.
Aw.
But we thank everybody for being a part of the Girlfriends Chit Chat Show. You all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.